We have traveled all around the planet, but Iceland is probably one of the most singular and picturesque locations for overlanders in the world, so I'm happy to share some of it with you all. Prior to departure, research the many well-established campgrounds, since dispersed camping isn't as common in Iceland. On the road, to escape the cold and take a warm shower, I highly recommend also researching the mini hot bath and start or finish your trip with the 7-step ritual at the famous Sky Lagoon or Blue Lagoon. Shipping a vehicle from the US is difficult and expensive, and it is easier to ship it to Europe and then use the roll-on, roll-off ferry from Denmark. Since time was of essence, we decided to rent a Land Rover Defender 90 with a modest camper conversion to circle the island and explore for 10 days. The ring road surrounds the island and is mostly paved, and is easy to travel during summer. This is where you will need to fuel and camp along the many established campgrounds before traveling to the remote interior. Also called the Land of Fire and Ice. Iceland has many glaciers, covered in ash. These very old mountains of ice, slowly melting, causing erosion, can also sometimes contain cavities filled with water. During a geological activity, the water can be released all at once, flooding and flattening everything within its way to the sea, creating these large, wavy volcanic landscapes. To travel in winter or on volcanic dunes, it is preferable to have a central tire inflation system, also called CTIS system, which often can be seen on local trucks on the outside of the wheels with the air hose sticking out of the fenders. The system allows you to inflate and deflate tires on the go from the air valve located inside the cabin. Once paired with balloon tires, the vehicle can float over any soft surfaces without sinking and getting stuck. Most of the roads centering the island are called F-roads. They require 4x4, and I highly recommend high clearance for the many water crossings, which might prevent you from accessing your destination depending on weather. It is important to remember that rental insurance will not cover for water damage. Culinary-wise, before departing urban areas, I recommend doing an authentic foodie tour to try some unique Icelandic specialties, including many lamb-based dishes, surprisingly good rye bread ice cream, whale, which I don't recommend eating much but tastes like beef, and the odd fermented Greenland shark, a multiple-century-old shark whose toxin is normally deadly but can be eaten once fermented. We always enjoy having an iced latte during our trip. That morning, we had nice schoolie conversion to make one for us. Once away from towns, coffee shops can be scarce. I recommend bringing your own coffee maker if you are like me and like having a nice cup of joe every morning. If you enjoy waterfalls, be ready to see all shapes, sizes, and flow. You will appreciate the rock formations and the life and energy that crystal water brings to a volcanic desert. summer, I highly recommend bringing some eye mask to sleep during the 24 hours of daylight. The sun will set for multiple hours, which will give you many opportunities to capture the perfect photo. Located between Greenland and Norway in the North Atlantic, it was settled 1,000 years ago by Scandinavians and is a unique reminder of Viking mythology, and its mystical landscape further overwhelms your mind with legends. With less than 400,000 full-time inhabitants and 75% of that population living in and around Reykjavik, most of the island is remote and undeveloped. Most people are tourists during the summer season, even though more and more people decide to come in winter for the full darkness and the many opportunities to see the northern lights.